I scream, you scream, we all scream for it. Anyway, good afternoon, guys. Brian here, and today I'm going to give you my impressions of the Star Trek Attack Wing Miniatures game. Now, I've been hemming and hawing about which one to get, Star Trek or Star Wars, and given the fact that the Star Wars video has already come out, you know that I bought the Star Wars game, and you know I bought the Star Trek one, so I hemmed and hawed and ended up buying both. Because I hate having money. Yeah. So, how does this one work? Assuming you haven't watched the Star Wars video, and I'm going to constantly have to catch myself to say the right word. Is it Trek or Wars? Trek or Wars? I know the difference. Just my mouth doesn't always know the difference. Anyway, how does Star Trek Attack Wing work? Well, basically, you start off by picking a ship, and this is the starter set with the intention that you buy more ships to add on later on. But you pick a ship, you pick equipment for that, including captains and equipment and upgrades from a whole deck here of goodies that you can get. And your ship will dictate what upgrades you can get, and you can choose different versions of your ship to get different upgrades. That's not a ship card. I thought these were ship cards. Let's just set those aside. But you can basically pick different versions of your ship, and they have different upgrades, which is what these symbols are down here, the number of upgrades you can have. The Enterprise has more upgrades than the generic Galaxy class Federation ship. So you pick your ship, you pick your upgrades, and they all cost points that you agree to with the other player to how much you're going to spend in the game. And then you start the game. And every turn, you pick your move, where your ship's gonna move for the turn. And then when everybody has done that, they then reveal and everybody moves and takes an action. Like the Klingons and the Romulans can cloak, or they can, basically everybody can scan. They can all take evasive maneuvers and stuff like that. There are various options that each ship has that makes them play uniquely. In addition to how they move. They each move uniquely. I mean, each ship comes with its own card, which has a breakdown of every single move that it can do. And to be honest, I love having this card cheat sheet available to me to see, oh, the ship can go backwards. Yes, good. Now I just have to find it in this dial here. I love having this little cheat sheet. I will say that compared to Star Wars, I wish Star Wars had this card. Alright, so everybody moves, everybody takes their action, then it moves on to combat, and you check to see your range with this handy-dandy tool. And another difference between this and Star Trek is that stat-wise, your range can affect your stats. Like, if you're within range 1, you get a bonus to attack. If you're within range 3, the defender gets a bonus. And I like that it's on the ruler here, so you don't have to really remember it. It's much easier to remember. But you check how far away you are from somebody. Oh, hey, look, the Enterprise is within 1 of this Romulan warbird. And you roll your dice, which your ship dictates, and your crew/equipment can dictate. And you basically have to try and blow each other up. Unless you're playing one of the missions that are in there. And yeah, granted, Star Wars had missions too, but Star Trek has missions, Star Wars has missions. I haven't played nearly as many missions as I should. But to give examples of what it looks like when you're trying to move, these are the pieces that you put in front of your ship, move it to the end, and have fun with that. I love the planet token that you get. I like these dials better than the Star Wars dials because they're much more, well, basically the back has stuff on them, whereas Star Wars doesn't. And I wasn't exactly expecting this video to be a compare and contrast with Star Wars, but apparently it is. One other difference is that a lot more equipment is on each individual ship because it's a Nebula, a Galaxy class ship and ships of that ilk. So you're going to have more stuff in there, more crew members. In addition, the scale the scale is not as close with this game as it is in Star Wars. I'm pretty sure a Romulan warbird is like 3 times this size or bigger or something like that. So sense of scale isn't exactly accurate in Star Trek. Which kind of sucks, but oh well. I will say, Star Trek does have a board cube, which is like one face is almost the size of this box, and so that's awesome. Expensive as hell, but awesome, and I want it. They also have DS9, by the way, and that looks awesome too, and I want that too. So that's the basics of how the game is played. Each mission can affect the gameplay differently, like if you're trying to beam over people on a derelict ship or something. Derelict ship, if I can speak. That will have a different gameplay effect than just murdering each other. Also, rear firing arcs are cooler because rear firing arcs are cool because you can be running away and still fire off at somebody. There's just minor differences on the same basic gameplay, and things feel slightly different. It's like I suppose a decent way to explain the difference between Star Trek and Star Wars is it's French vanilla ice cream versus plain vanilla ice cream. They're both rather similar, but they're slightly different. And apparently I want ice cream today. I scream, you scream, we all scream for... Anyway. So, really what the main draw of the game, along with Star Wars, is you buy more ships to get more upgrades and more ships available and more cool stuff you can do. This box set does include everything you need for 3 people right off the bat, which is cool. I will admit, that's actually better than Star Wars, in that they make it much easier for 3 people to jump in than Star Wars. Yes, you could do 3 people in Star Wars with the box set, but 2 of them would be allied, or it'd be weird because you have 2 TIE fighters that are fighting each other. Whereas here you have a 3-way conflict. So I like that Star Trek has that 3-person capability right off the bat. Granted, the box is $40, and the miniatures, I don't fully understand the cost of these miniatures. Each individual miniature that you can buy for the expansions, like the Equinox here, is $15. I don't really understand that. The paintwork on these ships is not amazing. It's not as good as the Star Wars. Damn it. It's not as good as the Star Wars version of the same game. Still, it looks good. I would be perfectly satisfied with this had I not seen the Star Wars versions with their phenomenal paint job. Still, paint job aside, I don't understand how these are worth $15 a piece. So again, it's like I said in my Star Wars video, the cost is a tough pill for me to swallow, but once I swallow it, I do have fun with the game. It is just a fun game to play. It has some tactics to it. It has some, I like how everybody is choosing their moves at the same time, so you don't necessarily know where people are going. And to be honest, I'm super tempted to take the rule system for these games and bastardize it into a Transformers game. But hey, that's me kind of going off on a tangent. So I guess my overall thoughts, if I even had any generic thoughts to begin with, my overall thoughts are that I like the game. I'm very pleased to have it, and I look forward to spending money and that I shouldn't be spending on stuff that I don't need, and playing more of this game. I'm already eyeing some more Klingon ships because I gotta love my Klingons. I got a cool Federation ship. I'm eyeing ships, and it sucks that I'm eyeing ships because they're expensive. On the plus side, I will say, it is actually kind of nice. The good thing about the scale issue not being an issue in Star Trek is that all the miniatures are the same size. So therefore, I don't have a $30 Romulan warbird that was sitting there tempting me. It wouldn't actually tempt me all that much, but for hypothetical sake, I don't have a big $30 miniature or a $100 miniature tempting me. Well, no, the aforementioned board cube and DS9 are the exception to this rule. Besides those two, there aren't any other size categories of ships. They're all the same $15 miniatures. So that's actually, this game actually, Star Trek is actually probably a little bit easier on the wallet for the ships you want than Star Wars is going to be. So that's fun. That's nice. And I definitely like how many options you are given in the starter set compared to Star Wars. You definitely feel like you have enough for variety, even when playing with 3 people. So, yeah, there's my thoughts on the game, guys. I like it. I'm curious to know what you guys think. What do you guys think of these miniatures? How do they look to you guys? I mean, here, I'll give you a close-up of the Romulan Warbird and the... crap, I don't even know what this is called. I know it's a Klingon ship. I just don't remember what the name of it is, even though it says it right there. How do you pronounce that, by the way? And you guys can't even see it. Focus, guys. Come on, you can focus. How do you pronounce this? That's IKSMAHT-H''A. How do you pronounce that? Ah, Klingons. Anyway, I'm curious to know what you guys think about these miniatures. How do they look to you? How does this game look to you? Are you guys tempted by this at all? And if you guys are curious about seeing this game in action and want to see Palandy Avalon play a game of it, drop a comment down and I'll see what we can do. I would be more than willing to play a game of this for the channel for you guys to watch and see me probably lose, but still. I would be very happy to do that for you if you guys want. So, drop a line. So, let me know what you guys think about things. And I also want to take a moment to sincerely thank you guys for all of those of you who have subscribed and spread the word about us. You guys are amazing, and it's because of you guys being awesome that we keep doing this. So I might not say it in our Let's Plays because I don't really necessarily have time to say it. I definitely want to say thank you guys for everything you've done for us, and you guys are the reason we keep doing these. You guys rock. I'm going to get out of here before I get all misty-eyed. And, bye!